I could be up to a quarter Jewish or something. Wait, what? You guys missed this earlier. So I did a, I got my genealogy done by a lab when I went to get like some genetic testing to see if I have any if I'm predisposed for any like diseases or anything. And they check your your ancestry because different races or ethnicities, I don't really know what the proper word is there, are predisposed to different genes, obviously, because it's just in the genetic code. So I had no idea this was a thing, and then all of a sudden I get my test results back and it has my ancestry breakdown in it, and I am like 12% Ashkenazi Jewish, which is like Russian basically, because I had a Russian ancestor, and then like 12 or 13% Middle Eastern, which is like, it's somewhere, the region includes like Egypt, Jordan, Israel, like that region. It doesn't tell you exactly what country though. So, and then the rest is Mediterranean, like Italy, maybe a little Spain and Portugal, but all like southern Mediterranean. Oddly enough, it didn't have any Greece. Like, I figured like Italy would have Greece. Basically all regions where the Roman Empire was. Yeah, which makes sense. What part of Italy? So I had all Italy was up on the map, so I don't think, like, I had like 3% northern Italy and then like 60% the rest of Italy. It was really weird. It's interesting how they do it. It's all based on your genetic code, so I don't think they can exactly like generate the exact location on a map, but they can like tell you like what people you're from, if that makes sense. So I have like some Middle Eastern, I have some it says like Mediterranean, like Italian, it's like southern Mediterranean, Southern European or something. It's, you look Spanish. Well, I actually could have, so I could have that 12% could be Spain. It was like, or not 12%, that, it was like, hold on, let me pull it up again. It was interesting. It was just so weird, the breakdown, because it was like, even the Italian, potential Italian, was broken up into a few different regions or a few different subsections of Italy, and one of them included Spain, Portugal, and just the islands on the west side of Italy, like Sardinia. But isn't that interesting? I was saying I'm super surprised I don't have some like super hyper white in me, like UK, Europe, like UK, or like northern, like Sweden, like that kind of stuff, because I'm so pale. Like, I have all this Mediterranean and Middle Eastern, and I'm the palest thing you've ever seen. How is that possible? I have no... Where's my olive skin? View results. Okay, view my ancestry. Yeah, so they analyze your regional genetic to view your something risk. So... It's so interesting. So Eastern Mediterranean, right, includes Cyprus, Malta, Greece, Albania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Croatia, Slovenia, North Macedonia, Serbia, Kosovo, Montenegro, Romania, Moldova, Ukraine, Western Turkey, Italy. That was like 60%. And then like I got a little bit of southwestern Europe, which includes Spain, Portugal, southern France, and Sardinia, which is the island off Italy. And then I was 12% Ashkenazi Jewish, which includes Russia, which I do have Russian. I know I had Russian in me. So that's where that is from. And then like 2% northern Italy. And then 11% Middle Eastern, which is the countries are Jordan, Palestine, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman, Bahrain, Israel, Qatar, UAE, Kuwait, Western Iraq, Southern Syria, or Lebanon. Subpopulations in Egypt. Subpopulations Bedouin, Egyptian, Jordanian, Palestinian, Saudi, Syrian, Yemen. So let me zoom in on this map real quick. And let me do something. I'm going to pull this up. Wait, hold on. Actually, let me pull this onto the other screen. I'm going to show you guys the breakdown. I'll just show you the whole map. Because this is kind of cool. At least I think it's cool. Okay, this is the most I can zoom in, but... I'm going to like make this big and bring it forward. Okay, so... if you see the... I have it up right now. It's super big. If you see... so... I can't... I wish I could... hold on. I'm going to make it even bigger. I'm just going to, like, do this. Because it's all in one region. So, the dark, dark, dark blue here and here, these islands off of Italy, that is the southwestern, did it call it? Southwestern Europe. So that's this. Then the Eastern Mediterranean is this area, but I assume, so basically what they're saying is all of these regions, the people have a similar genetic code. And like same here. I know I have a ton of family from Italy, so I'm assuming most of this comes from this part. I probably don't really have ancestors here, but they just share the same like genetic code. But like all of my family go back generations and generations in Italy. And then this is weird. It doesn't highlight Russia, but it says Russia in like the breakdown. So the Ashkenazi Jewish is like this and like Russia. And I know I have Russian, so I know that it's probably not actually any Polish. It's probably all Russian, because I do know I had a Russian like great-grandmother or great-grandmother or something. And then this is what's interesting, and I had no idea about. I had no idea that I had Middle Eastern in me. But it makes sense, because if you're looking at this like body of water here, Sicily is down here. It's the bottom, the tip of the boot. And that's where my grampy's from. And there's a lot of you know, immigration and migration between all of these regions on the water and trade on the water. So that's why I assume I'm from like here, probably not down here as much, because I assume, because all of my grandparents came from Italy. Their families were in Italy. So I assume that, and that's also why the Spanish could be there too. Everything kind of came over this way and this way. I know I had a Russian grandmother who moved to Italy, or great-grandmothers who moved to Italy. So that explains that up here. But so this all could have came through water to Italy. And then this, which I had no idea, I assume just went through water to Italy, because all of the families came from Italy. No one immigrated to America from here. Everybody immigrated from Italy. All four of my grandparents' families immigrated from Italy. So I assume that this, like the Middle Eastern part of my genealogy, like they migrated to Italy, whoever they were, those ancestors, and you know, met the family there, and then they, you know, got married, had kids, whatever, moved over this way. So that's what I'm assuming it happened, at least. That seems like the most logical explanation. I need a map though. What exactly are those countries? I'm not very good with my GeoGuessr's failing me. It's like, I know Egypt, so that's the North African is Egypt. So Egypt, Israel, Lebanon, I think, is included in that. I would assume, if I were going to take my best guess, now I want to play GeoGuessr. I would assume my best guess would be Egypt or Israel. Just also because feel like Jews and Italians are like same thing. We're like so similar. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was like, the reason that I don't think it's like, let's go back to the map. Hold on, I got another map up. I got Google Maps up. So here is it was. It was like Egypt, Lebanon, Israel, but it was also all down here. I just highly doubt. Oh wait, hold on. Let me make it smaller now that where's my display capture? Transform, fit to screen. Okay, so I just highly doubt that down here, it's just so far from Italy. Same with maybe Saudi Arabia, like in the northern part of Saudi Arabia. But I'm just assuming that like Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman, Qatar, UAE, like Kuwait, all of this. Like, I'm just assuming that's not where whoever this family member, this ancestor or ancestors are coming from, just because it would make the most sense if all 4 of my grandparents' families came from Italy. It would make the most sense for one of these countries on the water to have like migrated across the Mediterranean to Italy at some point, or someone from Italy came here at some point and then went back, and then they all came from Italy to the U.S. I'm actually surprised I didn't have any Tunisian in me, because there was a ton of Tunisian, I don't know how you pronounce it, Tunisian and Sicilian. So this is Sicily right here, which is where I know my one grandfather is from. So I'm surprised that there wasn't any Tunisian, because there was just so, if anything, there was so much. When I saw North African, I'm surprised that it didn't include Tunisia, because that there's so much like migration and immigration between these two countries. So technically it's not the Middle East, it's the Arabian Gulf and Egypt. Yeah, I mean, yeah, basically they call this the Middle East on the map. Like on how they break it down, I don't really, yeah, whatever you want to call it. So I'm assuming that it's probably Israeli or Egyptian is what I would take my best guess on. I don't think it comes from anywhere here, even though it was highlighted on the map. It's just because all of it shares a similar genetic code, just because the immigration path wouldn't have been as clear, especially because I know where all 4 of my grandparents' families are from. So we're talking, we have to go back like to great and great-great-grandparents. So I have to assume that one, travel was like boat travel. Like travel was a lot slower. Sicily was under control of Arabic countries. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm pretty sure it's probably Egyptian or Israeli, something in there. It would make sense. My answer is, well, we've got back so far and I'm just Egypt. By the way, Italian plus Egyptian in the new Cleopatra. My mom was like, wow, I hope we're descendants of Cleopatra when I told her. Because it's definitely, so it's my mom's dad that was Sicilian. And that's where I assume the Middle Eastern, North African is coming from. Is I assume it's from my grampy. Crazy, your genetics expand over 3 continents. It's 3 continents, but it's actually a very small area of land. There's a small area of the map. It's just like all just around the Mediterranean essentially, and the Mediterranean Sea. So that's pretty much it. Like it doesn't go anywhere else.